Thank you. So congratulations, it was a fantastic film.
Thank you so much.
Of course, I have to ask the obvious about the ending. Yes. What was your thoughts on what is the connection with the other film, one of the previous films, and how did you make that choice, or why?
That was always, you know, I mean, it's hard to talk about, obviously, this ending without giving anything away. The idea that can you watch one type of movie and not realize that you're not in the genre that you thought you were until the end, you know, it was always a really interesting format for me. Could you do that? Can you go? You're not even aware what genre you're watching until this moment, which is exciting for me. It was always structured that way in my head. Split was something that I had started writing 15, 16 years ago. And I think I was ready now to do this tone, this kind of dark humor, weird, like this is where my head's at right now. I'm really interested in this, and this contained type of storytelling, you know, very contained, you know, claustrophobic kind of situation. These girls trapped in this room, and you know, and therapy sessions in a room, and you know, is the therapist gonna, you know, figure this out fast enough to save the girls? Are the girls gonna figure out how to get these personalities to let them out? All that stuff. That's where my head's at right now. That kind of claustrophobic suspense.
You had an amazing cast.
Yeah.
And also, it's very fascinating, the idea about the DID.
Mm-hmm.
How did you choose that subject, or how did you?
I mean, look, for me, I can't. You know, I remember when I wrote Sixth Sense, I was like, you know, nobody's really ever made a definitive movie about ghosts, like the definitive movie. I can't, you know, it's because at that time I think, you know, horror movies were always seen as like B movies, you know. And there was Poltergeist, and when I was a kid, you know, but like the definitive, like, you know, movie that's like, that's the movie about ghosts. And I feel that way about Split. Like, I can't believe there isn't a definitive movie about this disorder, which I find the highest form of what human beings are capable of. When you really look at this disorder, it's absolutely astonishing. When I talk to people at dinner and I tell them what I've learned from the research and talking to experts, they don't believe me. And I go, well, that's the truth. You know, one of their personalities has diabetes. One has high cholesterol. One is allergic to bee stings. One is not. 3 are blind. The others are not. You know, and they can't fathom that your mind can control your body that much.
And this is a theme that maybe is in your other movies as well, the mind over matter, or how you can control what you can do with your body just from your mind. Is this something you can talk a little bit about?
Well, I mean, I don't know if I'm trying to think about other movies of mine that I've talked about the control of the mind over the body, but certainly the kind of tacit theme of finding the extraordinary in the ordinary is kind of the common link through all the movies. You know, how can I portray the world the way you know it? You go to your apartment and your boyfriend's acting the same way that you act, but then you start to notice something. What is it you notice about your boyfriend or your room or yourself or an experience you had or something, you know? And that's exciting for me because it's wish fulfillment, but it's also what I believe about the world, that there is something, we just have to look properly. There's something extraordinary there.
I think that was better formulating. Not extraordinary, that's kind of what I meant, like physicality is more than the ordinary person.
And so in this movie,
becoming more than
it's for me. Split is about we don't believe what we ourselves are capable of. That what our mind allows us to do, it's beyond anything we could imagine.
Yeah, and it's an extraordinary film, and thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.